to my first ever video here. It's been a long time coming. I've wanted to do this so long and I thought it's autumn. I'm just going to jump in because I've got my autumn TBR ready and we're just going to read some stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, hi, thank you so much for being here. You will know that this autumn I have compiled my list of my autumn TBR and I have put them all into this little jar here. And we're just going to pick them out one at a time, read them, then pick another one out. And I have already done one prompt, but I filmed it as a reel and I wanted to do a little reading vlog. And then it was just a bit too long. So you can go and have a look at the first prompt that I picked out. But I just think it would be so much easier, so much nicer. We don't have like a time limit here. So let's go for it. Here's an idea of the books that I have on my autumn TBR. I own a good few of the books in here. I also, about half of them I don't own, and some of them I can get out the library, some of them I'm just going to read as ebooks because it's cheaper. I'm doing whatever I can. We're going to see. Also, I already put some that haven't actually been released yet in here, so if we put that out we will just have to put it back. But anyway, I'm very excited to do another one of these. I literally finished the last pick yesterday and it was so good. 5 stars. Like I said, go check it out on my Instagram. So yeah, let's just get into it. I should probably say I'm filming this on my phone and probably editing it in whatever I can. So I'm sorry if the quality's bad at the moment. This is just fun. We're just going to see where it goes. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, we have this little mug. I got this from Sainsbury's last year. It's so cute. It also, when you put hot drinks in it, these little ghosts come to life. But I thought it was the perfect fit for all of these prompts. Now, I have rereads in here. And I've dotted them with a little yellow dot. I'll try and find an example. Like that. I'll probably pick them out if I feel like it. But we'll see. I might have to... They might not be ones I pick out because some of them I've got audiobooks out the library and I'm just going to read them when they come. But for now, they're in here. And I do have a Harry Potter reread in here that I really want to get to. So at some point I might just be like rigging it. We'll see. Right. Let's go. Prompt number 2, technically. Oh, that's a reread. We don't want to reread. I really hope to get something that I own. I really want to get something that I own. So I'm scared because I really want to read a physical book and I don't want to have to go and buy it. Okay. You know what? I'll show you guys first. Let's hope it's not upside down. I can't see what that says. Oh my god, In the Company of Witches. I really want to read this, but I don't own it. Oh no. Okay, In the Company of Witches by Auralee, Wallace. I think that's how you say it. I guess I'm gonna go and buy it, find it somewhere. Right, let's go. So, it has been a few days since I picked out the prompt, mainly because this book was so hard to get hold of. So I had to order it with Waterstones and get it brought into the shop. I ordered it on a Saturday, so it wouldn't actually get processed until Monday, and then that left a couple of days for them to actually let me know that, and for it to arrive and let me know I can pick it up. Anyway, I have it now. I have now picked it up and I'm so excited. As soon as she put this down on the till, I was like, it's so small and cute. Like, I don't even feel like I can compare. If you own this copy, I guess, I don't know, maybe they're not all the same, but like you probably know how cute and small this is. I'm so excited to read it and I'm really glad because I was so in the mood for it when I picked it out and I was like, oh no, if I have to wait a couple of days, am I gonna lose like interest? But no, I'm so excited to read this. And also, like, it's just so cute, this, like, the font, and there's little cats on the chapters. I'm so excited. So, I'll stop talking. We're gonna go and read this and see what happens. Actually, I should probably read you like the blurb first. I'm going to read you a little bit of the blurb in case you haven't heard this book, because I actually got this as a recommendation from one of my followers on Bookstagram, and I can't remember who it was now, but it sounds so cute, and the cover is so cute. I love that. So the blurb says, when a guest dies in the B&B she helps her aunts run, a young witch must rely on some good old-fashioned investigating to clear her aunt's name in this magical and charming new cosy mystery. That is the premise, and I'm really excited. Okay, let's go. Okay, it's time for an update because I am now on chapter 9. Yes, chapter 9, and I love this so far. The vibes are so good. I love that this is also set in the autumn, so the descriptions I've been through and I've highlighted like loads of the little descriptions, little bits describing the weather and also the place where they live, because it's such a vibe. I love it so much, and honestly I want to live where this book is set. It's called Evenfall. Anyway, I want to go here. I want to live here. I feel like it's going really quick, but that might be because it's so small. At some point I'll find another book that I can put next to it and show you how small this is. But yeah, I've got my chai latte. We're gonna vibe. Hello, I'm about halfway through, and I'll be honest, I am just reading this for the vibes. I'm just enjoying this for the vibes rather than the plot. The plot is just there for me. We have got the whole, like, main character is trying to investigate deal again, and I'll be honest, that, like, plot line, I think it's overdone. I've read a lot of books that do that recently, and I'm just a bit tired of it. The first thing I read where that was kind of done was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I'm not saying that was like the blueprint, because obviously it wasn't, but I just don't think it's done as well anywhere else. So that's the tea. But otherwise, I think we jumped into the plot so quickly, and it's just, now it's moving quite slowly. I'm reading for the vibes, and I'm loving it for the vibes. So it's okay. I think I've just got a bit of brain fog right now, because my concentration is so bad today, and I've read loads. For me, anyway. I feel like I'm not actually giving you much of an update here. I just felt like I needed to say something. It's going slow, but I still love it. And I'm so obsessed with this cover. This is like one of my favourite covers ever, I think. And I don't think you can fully appreciate it until you have it in person and you're like properly looking at all the detail. And then you're reading the descriptions and it's like, it matches so well. And I love it. And I've highlighted so many more little descriptions and it's great. Hello, good morning. Okay, it is Saturday and we are officially over halfway. My goal today is to finish this. I'm going to try and finish this. I reckon I can do it. I think this reads really quickly and I think I'm going to get sucked in. So we're going to do that. And I have the house to myself for the whole weekend. So we are going to get lots done for sure. And I'm just excited. I'm going to have a cozy weekend. I'm going to have a cozy night We're gonna read with no interruptions. We're gonna eat whatever we want. I've got a whole lineup of stuff I'm gonna watch tonight. It's gonna be great. And I can literally do whatever I want. I've done my makeup. The lighting is nice. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot. But as I say, I have the whole house to myself, so if it gets too hot, I will just go downstairs because my room is a greenhouse. So anyway, in the company of witches, let's go and finish this. As you can see, it's later on in the day. It's now late evening and I've had my shower. I'm all cozy, but I have miserably failed at finishing this book this evening. I don't know, my concentration's clearly been bad probably because I had the telly on while I was reading. So I still have this much left. I'm surprised by how slowly it's gone, to be honest. It's just picked up again, so it's exciting. But anyway, I got distracted because I watched the Paralympics homecoming because I loved watching the Olympics and the Paralympics this year. And now I'm watching Strictly. So I haven't watched Strictly since before like COVID years. So I'm going to get into it this year. That's just your update because probably no more reading is going to happen tonight. I'm not really a night reader. I used to be. I'm not anymore. I prefer the morning. I don't like reading at night. And it's getting dark and it's scary. So yeah, that is me out for the day. But we're going to go and enjoy Strictly. I've got it on mute right now. I don't want to miss any of the important partnering stuff. Oh wait, they're doing the dance. Is it wrong of me to say, oh, I don't really care about the dancing? I'll shut up now. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with dance now, so. I finished it. Finally. Okay, I sat and read the rest of this morning. It literally took me maybe like just over an hour. It really didn't take me that long. But I'm here to tell you my thoughts. And then we can pick out another prompt. So, as I've said already, I loved the vibes of this book. I loved all of the descriptions. It was great. I just had like a voice memo, like rant, and now I can't remember anything that happened in this book. The vibes were great. From the beginning, I was like hooked. I just loved all the descriptions, all the autumnal descriptions. I just want to live here. I've said that already, but I do. I really, really do. Then there was the middle with all of the murder mystery, and I was a bit like, okay, cool, for about the first half. And then the second half, there were so many characters. I felt like some of them just came out of the air. It wasn't easy to remember any of their names. I don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't often have a problem with that, but I couldn't remember any of their names. I think it might be because we didn't get descriptions of the characters. I remember having descriptions of the two aunts. We didn't get descriptions of any of the other characters. So because I can't picture them, I couldn't put names to them. I might be wrong, but I don't have pictures in my head of what these characters look like. So if there were descriptions, they weren't really good enough for me. So yeah, all of the middle I was a bit bored, and then we found out what happened, and then I was like, okay, I don't care anymore. And then we got the end after that has happened, and we have like this main character. She can see ghosts, she can talk to ghosts, and at the end, that's kind of what we see, and I loved that. I loved the end so much. And there was like one bit where I literally was reading it out loud because that's what I do when I'm home on my own. I love reading out loud because I have a theatre degree. I like to do the voices, I'll admit. I think I read faster when I'm reading it out loud and I have more fun. It's a vibe. So I was reading it out loud and I was actually like choking up because, well, I won't say anything, but it was sad. It was sad and it was so wholesome. So yeah, I think I've ranted enough. This says I've been ranting for 3 minutes. So we're gonna move on. But I did give it 4 stars. My full review will be on Instagram, probably before this. So you can go read that, or on Goodreads, or on Storygraph. And I also, as soon as I finish this, I looked up what the like plot summary, the blurb for the second book is, and I think I'm gonna really love that one even more, because I think it takes all the aspects that I loved in this one and throws it into that. I'm excited. I just wish we had more magic. I wanted more magic. I could have read this entire book just about the vibes. I didn't need the plot. Time to pick another prompt. I'm so excited to do this again. I really hope this time we do get something I already own, because I own most of the books, and I also have most of them I can just get on Apple Books at a nice cheap price, so I'll do that. But preferably I'd really like a physical copy, because I'm doing my buddy reader on ebook and I need a variety. So I'll tell you what I really would like, and they're up here but you can't fully see them on this, but I'd really like Stone by Finbar Hawkins, or I'd love A Study in Drowning. I'd also love Caraval right now. I don't want another murder mystery. I mean, I'll take 5 Survive because I think Holly Jackson's different, but I don't know. I need something more chill. Right, let's go. Oh, one just fell out. Shall I do that one? This one just fell out. I'm gonna look at what it is. We'll almost take this as like fate. Oh my god, this is Welcome to the Fae Cafe by Jennifer Kropf. I don't know. Okay, here you go. This one I was going to get on Apple Books because it's not easy to get a physical copy of. So you know what, I'm going to take this as fate and we're going to do this one. Might not have been as interesting because I didn't actually pick it out, but it, you know, it threw itself out. It wants to be read, and even though it's an ebook, it's fine. We'll get over it. We'll be fine. So I have started Welcome to Fae Cafe, and it's a vibe. It's actually such a vibe. I can't actually show you a copy of it because I'm reading it on my phone and you're on my phone. I actually genuinely am not sure what's going to happen other than what I've already know from reading the blurb. But rereading the blurb, I was like, okay, this is interesting. If I had a copy of it, I would read it to you, but I don't. I'm gonna go and continue it. But I thought I would do a little update for you because I'm kind of speeding through it. Some of the chapters are really long, but I think that's mainly because I'm reading them on my phone. Like the next chapter is 77 pages long, and I do have the font quite big because just it makes me feel like I'm reading really quick. I have been so productive. I finished In the Company of Riches. I read a load of my buddy read, which is Board Gay Werewolf. No comment on how I feel about that at the moment. And I've like made a good chunk into Welcome to Fae Cafe. I saw about Welcome to Fae Cafe on Instagram. It was a random post and I thought this sounds perfect. And I thought, you know what? It's cozy, it's set in autumn. We're gonna throw it onto the autumn TBR. And also it was so easy to get on Apple Books. So yeah, I can't remember where I saw this recommendation, but I'm glad I did. And I'm excited to continue it, so let's go. Hello, it's Friday. I think that means it's been almost just maybe a week since I started this vlog, but it's gonna take a while because I'm not that fast of a reader. But I'm about to go out. Can you tell? I'm gonna go to Morrison's. I'm gonna see if they have any Halloween stuff out yet because I haven't seen any in there. And I went to Tesco's the other day after seeing all their ghost stuff on Instagram and they had nothing. They literally had a Christmas section, they did not have a Halloween section. So we're gonna go see if Morrison's does better, but I haven't seen anything online about Morrison's Halloween section. So I don't know, but if not, I'm hoping they have the little Mr. Kipling Halloween cakes, the Fiendish Fancies, because if you know, you know. I also read another like 10% of Welcome to Fae Cafe this morning. It's getting, like, I feel like we're getting into the actual plot now and I'm really excited. I have not spoken anything about the plot. That's something I need to get better at. But you know what, I'll give you a bigger update later because I do plan on reading more later. Let's go. So I think it's about time I tell you a little bit about Welcome to Fae Cafe by Jennifer Kropf. Right, so I'm almost halfway through this book and the romance part of the plot is sort of slowly starting to develop. It's basically about a fairy who has come to the human realm to kill our main character Kate because she accidentally killed another fae warrior. So what happens is he actually ends up falling for his own enchantment rather than it affecting her, it affects him. So yeah, the other important thing is that Kate is trying to open a coffee shop, and currently as I'm reading it, she has got our fairy, he's called Cress, his like brothers as he calls them, his like fae assassins, she's got them kind of in control and they are currently helping her around the cafe, and I think when this cafe opens they're gonna be her employees. We're now getting a bit of backstory, which is exciting, and you know, we're finding out a bit more about why Kate has sort of what her like backstory is, and Cress's backstory. I've just read the chapter where we find out a little bit about him, and yeah, it's sort of we're getting into it, we're getting really into it now. And also, if you can hear in the background, you might be able to hear the thunder. There's a lot of thunder. It's not raining, but there's a lot of thunder, and it's perfect vibes because I think when Cress gets angry it affects the weather in this book, and so it's constantly stormy and Kate is terrified of storms. So I'm hoping there's going to be some cute comfort at some point, but we're going to get back to it and we're going to see. It's gotten so dark because of this storm. Like, it's completely overcast. It's only 3:45 in the afternoon and there's thunder. There's a bit of rain, but it's like there's barely any rain. The thunder's so loud and there's lightning, and for the last like hour it's fully just been thunder. It's a full-on vibe, except the house has gone so dark. I've just got the lamp on, but this is cozy weather. I kind of love it. So, I'm ill, if you can't tell from my voice. It's not as bad as it was yesterday, but anyway, I've been ill, so I haven't filmed anything. I also took the weekend off from reading because I was feeling really slumpy. And oh my god, my voice has not been this bad. So I took the weekend off from reading to do some other little hobbies because I was just feeling really burnt out and slumpy, and I was just so uninterested in reading, to be honest. But on Monday, I carried on reading Welcome to Fae Cafe, and I have now finished it. Yay! And I gave it 4 stars because I really, really loved it. Here's my mini review. It started off quite slow, and it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. But then once I passed like the 60% mark, 50% mark, it sort of became what I had been expecting from the book, and I really loved it. And although it's a cozy autumnal book, it went into Christmas, and then we got Christmassy vibes, which was perfect because I have been in a really Christmassy mood. I hate myself for it, but I've been in a really Christmassy mood. It was great. It was great. I do think, from what I'd seen about it before, I expected it to be cozy fantasy. It is cozy fantasy, but I expected it to be a lot more cozy and centered around this cafe. But actually, there's a lot more fantasy element into it. There's a whole like fantasy realm that we see quite a bit of, especially at the beginning. And these like fae assassins that of the characters that we're seeing are very, it's a very well thought through world, and I loved that. It was really, and the writing was really good. That I loved the writing. I thought, this is quality, this is great. So I was expecting it to be a lot more centered around the cafe, and it wasn't necessarily. There was a lot in the cafe, okay, but the main like romance that we're seeing was less so. With the main male love interest, he was in the cafe a lot less. It was a really good book. It was really cute, and I'm definitely intrigued to read more of this author. I know there are 2 other books in this series that centre around some of the other characters that were in this book, so I'm intrigued. I might read them as well. And also, she's written like little Christmassy books as well. I'm definitely going to check out. But since I'm here, I thought I would pick out my next prompt. I'm going away next week, and I think it's starting to rain. There's a little bit of time. I think between now and next Monday, I can probably read a whole book. We'll see. But so I thought I've brought the prompt jar down here because I can't be bothered to set it all up upstairs. So we've got the jar, and I really need something physical this time. I say this every time, but I really need something physical, and that I already own, because I think the reason I sort of went in a bit of a slump was because everything I was reading was on my phone or on my iPad, and it wasn't great. So yeah, we're gonna pick a new one out. Let's shake it up a bit. Remember last time, it literally fell out. It wanted to be read so bad. I'm glad it did. I'm glad I was able to get to it. Anyway, let's go and make sure we don't get one I'm gonna go that's got a yellow bit on it. Here we go. It's not a reread. Here you go, you can see it first. Oh my god. I don't remember putting this in. Okay, this says you decide. That's for me to make the decision, which really sucks because I'm not sat with all of the books around me right now. I actually genuinely don't know what I'm in the mood for right now. I can't decide. There are too many that I really want to get to. And I scroll through here, and I do own most of them. And I really want a quick read. But I'm not sure if I want to read The Sad Ghost Club yet, because I'm holding on to it. I want to get it like in a couple of weeks, somewhere in October. But then I'm also worried I'll never pick it out. And then I'll just be like, oh, I missed the best chance to read it. I do want something short. I also have Killjoy by Holly Jackson on here, which I still haven't read. But I will like get that on my iPad. So I don't know. I don't really want to read on my iPad again. But then if I read The Sad Ghost Club, I'm going to go and read it, and half an hour later I'm going to be back here. At least then I can wrap up this video. Okay. Oh, I have 84 Charing Cross Road by Helen Hanth. That's a short one, and it was recommended to me by someone on Instagram. But I'd have to go to the library to get it, and I'm not doing that because I'm ill. Oh, okay. Okay. Or I can do a reread, but I really want to reread Harry Potter. At least the first 1 or 2. But I'm currently rereading Good Omens. It's taken me a while because I keep not doing things that I can listen to audiobooks at the same time. I read a big good chunk of it this week while I was cleaning the house, but otherwise... Okay, I really want to read Stone by Finbar Hawkins. I've got that physically. I really want to read Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. But maybe I should read The Sad Ghost Club. I really want to, guys. I really want to. But I also really need to get to Caraval because Spectacular comes out at the end of October in literally a month's time, and I've already pre-ordered it because the copies are so pretty. I want every pretty copy of Stephanie Garber, but I haven't even started reading Caraval. I might hate it. I'm very sure I'm not going to hate it. Should I read Caraval? I'm not really in the mood for it. Oh, this was a bad idea. You know what? No. I have not read anywhere near as much of this TBR as I would have wanted to. I've read 3 out of 26 and it's the end of September. So I'm going to read The Sad Ghost Club. I'm going to treat myself because I'm ill. I'm going to read The Sad Ghost Club. So I'll probably see you in I'm going to have lunch and then I'm going to bake some cakes. So you might see some of that. It'll probably go terribly wrong because I don't bake. I don't even enjoy baking. I just enjoy the eating part. So we're going to see how that goes. And I'll come back to you. Probably with The Sad Ghost Club tonight. Okay, ignore the lighting and the fact that I'm still ill and I'm tired, but I'm here to give you my thoughts because I finished Sad Ghost Club and I'm going to wrap up this video, which is mad because I've been filming this for like 2 weeks now. But I've got my Uki ghost with me. He's so cute. And yeah, we're going to talk about this. So if you don't know anything about the Sad Ghost Club, this is the 4th book actually in the series. It's a series of graphic novels basically about people who don't feel like they fit in anywhere, and each book centers kind of on a different person. At the beginning it's like one person called SG. They are really lonely, and then they discover that there are other people like them, and they meet another person called Socks, and they decide to start what they call the Sad Ghost Club to help other people like them, and to get all the sad ghosts to unite and like feel less alone. And so each book kind of centers on a different person, and they're all like depicted as ghosts. It centers around each person, but each person has a different like problem, something different that's making them exclude themselves. So each of them is like differently relatable. I personally love the second book because that one's about Socks, and I find Socks the most relatable personally. I relate most with their problems. And so in the 4th one we look at Charlie, who is, oh my god, this is also the cutest cover. This is definitely my favourite cover because they go camping in this one, because Charlie leaves an anonymous note to say that they feel really lonely. And our 3 main sad ghosts, SG, Socks and Rue, all are trying to work out how best to help them without calling them out for their note because it was anonymous and they don't know who left the note. So they organise this camping trip, and actually in the end Charlie doesn't go because the amount of people is overwhelming, and that's something that Charlie struggles with, and that's another relatable thing. So that's what this book is about, and actually it's about realising where they went wrong and how everyone needs help in a different way. They need to be approached in a different way. I just love it. I love it so much, and I really hope there'll be another one, but I don't know, I don't want to wait, I want more. But this cover, absolutely the best. This one's purple as well, and you can see them going camping. There's Charlie, and this, I love the marshmallows. That's so cute. But also the spine is the cutest because there are 4 ghosts on here, on the spine, because it's the 4th book. And each one, when you then line them up, you can see 1, 2, 3 and 4 ghosts. So cute. And it's also got a little moon with stars. I love it. It's just the best. And there's a whole website as well, with like lots of other things. And you can buy merch. It's cute. I literally will not stop recommending this series because it's perfect. And I read this in 45 minutes. I feel so accomplished. Don't even know what time it is, but it's still the morning. Go and read this. Go and read this. And that is the end of this video, which is mental. I have to go and edit it all now, and I genuinely don't know how I'm going to do that. But we'll see. So yeah, we've had 3 books in this video, I think. That means I'm 4 books into my autumn TBR, which in the grand scheme of things isn't amazing, but it's fine. Yeah, I think we had 3 4-star books. That's what I've got to say. I gave that 4 stars. Only because I gave the second one 5 stars because it's my favourite. The others kind of would sit maybe 4.5 really, but I've given them all 4 stars. So yeah, 3 4-star books is pretty good. In between that, I had a few others. In between that, I had 1, 2.5, not even 2.5, 1.5 star, which was Board Gay Werewolf. But you can check my Instagram for more of that. And without further ado, yes, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please feel free to go and follow me on Instagram at Fairy Tales. And yeah, I think that's it, to be honest. Or you can check out my Goodreads and my Storygraph. They will all be linked in the description. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.